Okay, so let me do another example. So let's take Q to be equal to Z of E and delta, and now this is going to be different. Okay, so actually this one here is the same. So this is the identity element. Okay, and now this is going to be the first nonlinear one. So delta times delta. So this is going to be, so fix P is going to be a prime number, and this is going to be delta e to the P plus e to the P tensor. So what I'm doing here is I'm actually going to be constructing the Witt vectors. So this is going to be the Witt vectors of length 2, delta tensor E plus E tensor delta, plus, now I'm going to do something weird, minus, and then I'm going to do P choose J, 1 over P, E to the P minus J tensor E to the J, from J is equal to 1 up to P minus 1. Okay, then delta times, epsilon times of delta is equal to 0. Epsilon plus of delta is equal to 0. And then what else? Then S plus of delta is equal to, and I believe this is minus delta, I'm not sure. So I'm not 100% sure. So I can tell, okay, so I can say how we should get this. Okay, so the way to get this is, okay, so what do we want? We want this to give us the additive inverse. Okay, so let me say something else. So this functor, okay, so this Q has a special name. It's called lambda P1. And so this has to do with lambda rings, and so C ring of lambda P1 up to another ring here. So this is the truncated Witt vectors. Witt vectors of length 2. And this delta here is going to correspond to Boolean's arithmetic derivative. So Boolean's derivative. Okay. So this is a little more drawn out, but to check this isomorphism, this is done in another video. I showed the Witt vectors of length 2 in another video, and the isomorphism is straightforward. Okay, so these things are actually going to give us the kind of the sum and multiplication rules for the Witt vectors. So these come from the sum and multiplication rules. And multiplication rules for Witt vectors. Okay, so this is kind of the first level of examples. There's another example that is characteristic P, but these are the most basic ones. So I'm going to stop the video and then and continue talking about some properties about Birings.